Great. Welcome everyone. Hello, hello, and thanks for joining us for another special health focus. As you see, we've got my little cat in the room. He just would not step outside. So hopefully he'll just potter around and do his own thing. So yes, welcome. Today, I thought I would speak very briefly about ways to help digestion, specifically wind, basically to help reduce wind. It's one of these slightly embarrassing topics, but it was something that one of my students asked me live in class. Is there anything that you can do for wind? And quite honestly, my husband and I, mostly being vegetarian, I tend to cook to try and just give us good nutrition and don't worry too much. And as a result, quite often we're both quite windy. But there are plenty of things that you can do if you put your mind to it. There's lots of things. So if you're the kind of person who likes to get something straight from nature without any carbon footprint, or spending any money in a shop, there are things you can do just from your garden. So if you have not gone a bit crazy, sorry, if you've not gone a bit crazy with the Roundup, I hope you don't use that stuff. It's not good for the environment or yourself. But if you've let your garden just be natural, then Dandelion is a really good thing for your digestion. It helps to get your liver functioning at its best. So you can go out and pick some nice fresh looking dandelion leaves from your garden and give them a wee wash and eat them up. Chew a couple of leaves, or you can chop them up and put boiled water and make tea out of them and eat them or drink them about 20 minutes before you eat. And that dandelion, it's known as a bitter. The bitter helps your liver to function well. So I know we tend to be attracted to sweet tasting things, but bitters are also incredibly useful and important for the good functioning of your digestive system. So I definitely recommend dandelion. Mint also is an incredibly useful digestive aid. And if you do have a terrible wind, mint can be very useful for just giving you that quite quick relief. So again, peppermint from your garden, and there's loads of different kinds of mint: spearmint, chocolate mint, there's catnip, there's all different kinds of mint, and I think they all have a pretty good effect on the digestive system, but peppermint is well known. You can literally take it and eat it, you can chop it up and make a herbal infusion tea. It's very good. You can also buy peppermint oil from your health food shop that you can put in water and drink as well. So it's a good kind of first aid for if you're really windy. At one stage I had colic and it's agony. I ended up going to hospital, sitting in A&E, so writhing for about 4 hours. And it turned out it was like a bad case of wind. It was colic, and I was given antispasmodics and all these kinds of things. But the first thing I did with it was the peppermint in the water to see would that help. And I think I maybe should have kept at that rather than going and sitting in hospital. But I didn't know what it was. I just knew it was something digestive. So if you don't have a garden, or you're concerned that maybe pesticides have been used, or that there's too much pollution outside, or for whatever reason, if you want to go to a shop, you can get dandelion drops. These are Vogel, A-Vogel. I think it's a German company. You can get these in quite a few pharmacists nowadays, and also health food shops. So this is a good one. Its Latin name is Taraxacum, but that's your standard dandelions that you have in your garden. Or there's another one by Vogel called Digestisan, which also, if you see the wee tiny picture, it has a dandelion, but it has a few different ingredients, including artichoke leaves, fresh artichoke leaves, fresh dandelion, boldo leaves, which is Permus, molina. Just letting someone in, that's grand, and fresh peppermint herbs. So there you go, in that one thing, there's quite a few different things, and that is this Digestisan oral drops are in bold for indigestion and flatulence. Hello, Teresa, welcome to a little talk about how to reduce wind. Okay, so they're two nice wee products, but as I say, if you have the natural herbs in your garden, happy days, you can use them. And you don't have to wait until you're in distress. You can use them regularly and it can really help. I have a few other wee things. Fennel is excellent for general digestive relief. It's very good to prepare your body for food. So again, you would take your fennel seeds, you can just throw them straight into a cup and add hot water, or you can take a pestle and mortar, grind them up a little bit to release the oils a wee bit more and add hot water. Just like tea, let it cool down and drink. So that's a one ingredient thing, just like your dandelion or just like your mint. You can just use fennel and it will help. But take your drink 20 minutes before you eat. As you eat, if you need a little drink, take a little bit just to wet your palate, but don't be taking a lot of fluids while you're eating, because that dilutes your digestive fluids and enzymes, and that reduces your actual good digestion, and that in itself can cause wind. So drink your drink first, wait 20 minutes, eat, and after you have eaten, if you can stand it, wait another half hour to an hour before you have more drink. I struggle with that. I always want a cup of tea after my food, but I try and give it a little space. Even if you make your tea and then let it cool down quite a bit before you drink. Again, that allows your digestive juices, the acids and various enzymes to do their work before you dilute them. That can cause issues. So fennel is a very nice one. You can take what my husband calls a fennel lollipop and literally snap the flower head off the fennel plant and eat it. That's very nice. It's very strong, but it is very nice, and you just take your time and chew it. Very good for digestion. You could also use cumin seeds on their own. Cumin is also very good for aiding weight loss. It just has this, I think it's called a cuminoid or something like that, based from cumin, but it actually helps your metabolism to speed a little bit, to burn fat a little bit more, and it's useful for helping with digestion in all its parts. And the other one I would recommend is Coriander Seeds. So the seeds, it's a really lovely fragrant seed. It's a big seed compared to all the others. It's like tiny little footballs. I know my screen isn't really, oh, maybe it is. You can see they're like these little footballs. Sorry about my tremor. Whereas the other ones, this is fennel, they're more like grains of rice. There you go, you can see. And this is cumin, like much thinner grains of rice. Yeah. So what you can do is you can create CCF tea. So that's cumin, coriander, and fennel, the three together, and in equal parts, and just put a little teaspoon of the three ingredients together into your mug and pour boiling water, or even put them in a saucepan and boil them up for a few minutes and drink the liquor from that. And again, 20 minutes before you eat. And all these ingredients will help you to reduce flatulence and help your tummy just feel better. Bear in mind, please, that a lot of foods that are really good for you can actually induce gas. It's just an unfortunate thing that happens. So your beans and your pulses particularly, so your lentils, and also the cabbage family. I'm sure you know about Brussels sprouts at Christmas. It makes for an interesting post-meal socializing. So the gas isn't necessarily going to do you any harm, but if it's happening a lot, yes, it might be a sign that your tummy's not so happy. And one other ingredient I would recommend is cinnamon, and you can add it with a cooking apple and just stew the cooking apple and sprinkle it with cinnamon, and that's a very good digestive. It helps relax and soothe the digestive tract And it's a lovely dessert. It's a very nice, or even a meal on its own. I would recommend Ceylon cinnamon as opposed to the Chinese cinnamon, which is called, I can't remember the name of it, cassis. Yeah, so go for Ceylon cinnamon if you can. It's a much thinner bark. Again, if you can get the cinnamon rolls of bark rather than the powdered, I think that's better, and you can break it up yourself. So it's less processed. Yeah, that's my opinion. But cassis is not, it's also known as sweet cinnamon. It's just not quite as good for the system as your Ceylon. So there you go. I really kind of threw that information at you. I will type it up and put it on the WhatsApp thing as well. So hopefully that was of some use for you, and feel free to give us any helpful tips if you know anything to help with gas. But generally, your digestive system is a reflection of your health. So if you're in good health, digestion tends to be really good. And when the digestion suffers, then everything suffers as a result. So it's good to stay on top of it and keep looking after your bowels, basically. If you've recently been sick, that can affect the healthy bacteria in your gut. So you can look to live cultures, yogurts and Yakult and that kind of thing. You can use BioCult, which are tablets of probiotics and prebiotics. And you can also look for fermented food like kefir and kombucha, and your fermented cabbage like your kimchi and your sauerkraut. So, of course, some people love it and react very well. Some folks just can't stomach it. You have to listen to your body. Okay, that's that. Let's get up and do some physical Tai Chi, please. Up we get. I know I'm throwing information at you fast and furious, but hopefully something sticks, something is of interest there. Let's take right hand in fist, please. Left hand straight, pull back the thumb. Feet together, hands together, and we press forwards. Lovely, let's relax down, open the stance, and in fact, we're going to come over to one side. Do you remember last week we did Jade, Maiden, holds pearl? We'll do that sequence 4 times. So we go across and back, and that will be our warm-up. So let's bring the feet together again, lengthen up, chin down and back, deep breath, and sigh the tension away. And again, deep breath, sigh the tension away, calming down, listening behind. Let's release, belly, hips, knees, open to your left and into center. We breathe in, float up, and relax down, breathing out. 2. And 3. Good, now rolling the rolling pin 3 times. Fill your back, 1, 2, and 3. Keep that movement going, but add a turn in the waist to create a roll of the ball. 1, 2, and 3. Add the step, we expand and come in. 2, turning on the heel the 3rd time, and stepping forwards. Let's do swimming dragon. So we trail the fingers behind in the double circle. 1, 2, and 3. Throw the ball, catch, and drag it back. 3 times. Good. The back hand scoops underneath to hold the bowl. And we feed our weight back, bring the front foot back, patting down, fix the feet parallel, and breathe for old cat washes its face. Good, and we begin again. We're going to raise the water. Ready? Expand and release. Now we turn and roll the bowl. Adding a step. Swimming dragon. Throw catch. And scoop to hold your bowl, your pearl. Feed it back. Old cat washes its face. Good, now we'll do it twice without me talking. Ready, and scoop, hold your bowl, and back. Beautiful. Well done, everyone. And let's take a deep breath. Lift. Relax. 2. And 3. Pausing level with your waistline, relaxing shoulders, elbows, feeling into your hands. And point to the floor. Close. Well done, little heel tap. Excellent, good stuff. You have earned your first relaxation. Come and sit down, please. You can, of course, do your standing relaxation if you wish. Good. So as always, if there are any questions about any of the moves, do just jump in and ask, or even the information that I fire at you at the beginning of class. Okay, folks, I would like to do a potted version, a brief version of a Qi Gong known as smiling at your organs. It's a really lovely practice. And you don't just have to, or you don't necessarily have to smile at your organs with this practice. You can take it into any part of your body. So if, say, for example, it was your bones or your skeleton that you felt needed attention in any way, you know, if you had arthritis or if you had brittle bones, or for whatever reason, if you want to enhance the energy flow and the recovery for a particular part, you use the same principle as smiling at the organs. But today we're going to do the quite typical smiling at the organs. And the expression goes, if you smile at your organs will smile at you. So it's a way of showing appreciation to your body. Remember, where your mind goes, your energy instantly and effortlessly follows. And where your energy goes, your physicality will be enhanced. Okay, so before we even begin, I want you to think to yourself, what is something that is very simple and pleasurable for you? Something really that just automatically brings a smile into your system, or that feeling of, oh, yes. For me, it's a cup of tea. If I even think of a cup of tea, or if I say to my husband, would you like a cup of tea? We go like, oh, yes. It's this lovely feeling. I want you to find something. Now, if you don't have one of your own, you can borrow my cup of tea example, but think of something that just automatically brings joy to you. And if you can, think of something that is a healthy joy. You know, it's not an addiction, but rather something that is actually benefiting you, that you enjoy. So we'll go into our relaxation, and again, we'll call that thought and feeling to mind. So I'd like you to plant your feet, please, lengthen up through the top of the head, bring the chin slightly down and back. And if it's comfortable to do so, gently close your eyes. So the first part of our practice, we simply want to scan through the body. Feel the top of the head, nice and light. And as you breathe, gently wipe your awareness down through every part of the body, all the way down through the legs, into the feet, into the floor, and let go. Just notice how that feels. And gently float your awareness back up to the top of the head. Make sure you haven't collapsed. Gently float up. And again, with a nice deep breath, wipe your awareness down over every part. Think of tension naturally releasing and flooding away, down through the body, through the arms, through the hands, through the fingertips, down through the legs, all the way down into the feet, into the floor. One last time, a nice deep breath. And flood your awareness downwards. Let the tension go. Excellent. And simply we're going to sit in Wuji, quiet and still for a few moments, listening. Very good. Remember that stillness and inaction is very much as important as all the other things you do in Tai Chi. We just want to be still and listen. Notice what is and breathe through it, letting go of it. This creates your blank canvas. It allows your system the space and the freedom to then have a focused, powerful experience. So now I would like you, first of all, to gently turn the corners of your mouth just slightly up. And that's all I'm asking you to do. Just let the physical action inform your body. Notice it warming your face. Notice the simple action warms your whole body. So it doesn't even have to be a sincere smile, but simply that little twitch of the corners of your mouth up already starts to express happy hormones, serotonin, melatonin. All these lovely hormones are released and have an effect on our bodies and on our mental and emotional experience as well. So now we're going to add to that little physical action by bringing to mind a happy thought. Can you think of your happy thought? It could be anything. It could be a loved pet, a cup of tea, a recent holiday, something that has just brought joy to your life. Bring that thought to mind now, please, and allow the feeling that goes with that thought to spread into your whole being. Allow that feeling to have resonance and echo in your body. Feel that simple joy and bathe in it. And now let's bring a little bit more focus to the feeling by bringing the awareness gently down to your heart. Picture the heart, feel it in the center of your chest and slightly to the left. Look with your mind's eye, even with your eyes closed, gently direct your eyes as if you were looking at your heart. Picture it, feel it, notice its size, its shape in your body. And now as you breathe, let that thought, and even more the feeling that goes with that thought, the happy, pleasant, easy joy to flood into your heart. Think of this feeling filling your heart and feel it. If it had a look, what would it look like? For me, it's light. Light flooding the heart. Smile into your heart. We often ignore or don't even notice our body or certain organs until there's a problem. And then we're quite negative. But now let's take a moment to show appreciation to our body. Let's smile into the heart, full of joy, and inwardly say thank you. Thank you for all that work. You never stop on my behalf. Smile into your heart and feel your heart smiling back at you. When we work on the heart, we automatically help the small intestines. So they get a bit of that glow just because the two organs energetically buddy up. But if you had time, you could also think into that long, thin, ropey organ that is your small intestines and shine your light through the hallways of your small intestines. But for now, we're going to take a nice deep breath, say thanks again, and letting go of the heart, we bring the awareness to the stomach. The stomach is a close neighbor of the heart. Hence, sometimes you'll hear people complaining of heartburn when actually they've got gas in their stomach. So we feel into the stomach now. It is like a floppy bag that sits just beneath the heart. Let's look to it with our mind's eye, look towards it with our closed eyes, picturing the stomach, the size, the shape, the position. And again, bring to your thoughts your happy feeling. The thought and the feeling that goes with it, let it blossom, let it resonate, and pour this feeling into your stomach. You may even feel that the stomach is filling. It's filling with energy. Smile into your stomach now. Think of it as being full of light, full of joy. Take a moment to say thank you to all the work that it does, all those meals that it has accepted and sorted out for you, bringing nutrition to your body. Smile into your stomach and feel it smiling back at you. When we look after our stomach, we are also helping to restore balance to the spleen, another important organ for digestion. Let's take a nice deep breath now. And as you breathe out, let's let go and bring the awareness to the lungs. And the lungs are maybe bigger than you might have thought. They go all the way up to the shoulders, basically all the way up to the top of the body and all the way down to the midline, to the waist. Feel into your lungs now. Breathe into your lungs and look with your mind's eye to the internal scape, their size, their shape, their function. As you breathe, bring to mind that simple, happy thought. You can always switch to another happy thought if you like. Mine does pretty much every time the same lovely feeling. Let that feeling blossom inside you and pour it into your lungs. Feel your lungs filling with that simple joy, as if they are full of light and glowing. Say thank you to your lungs for every breath they give you and for all the stale air they effortlessly carry away. Do you notice that each organ accepts the joyous energy slightly differently? It's like playing different notes on a musical instrument. And when the lungs are out of balance, the emotion that we experience is grief and sadness. So we're now bringing balance with gratitude, with simple joy, lighting up the lungs. And when the lungs come into balance and are happy, they help to balance the large intestines, which helps with wind and such. So breathe and smile into your lungs. If you have time when you practice, you can go to the second organ and spend just as much time shining your light, shining the joy into that organ as well. Good. For now, let's take a nice deep breath. They say thank you to the lungs, to the large intestines, letting go. And let's bring the awareness to the kidneys. The kidneys sit at the back of the body, nestled in underneath the lungs. And as the heart is on the left, your left kidney sits slightly lower than the right. Feel into your kidneys now. They're about the size of half a fist each. Breathing into them, feeling into them. With your mind's eye, look to your kidneys. And let's bring that happy thought. Again, let the feeling blossom up inside you and expand. And pour that feeling into your kidneys. Smile into your kidneys. And let your kidneys smile back at you. Let's take this moment to say thank you inwardly to the kidneys for their effortless work. We may not even notice they exist, and yet they work every day and every night for us. Let that gratitude express into your kidneys. And when we help our kidneys come into balance, we also help our bladder. Strengthening, fortifying, balancing, bathing the kidneys and bladder in energy. We help them and they help us. Let's take a nice deep breath and saying thank you once more, letting go. Bringing your awareness now to your liver. Now the liver is a big organ and it's more on the right side, but it goes directly underneath the diaphragm, just underneath the lungs. Mostly on the right, but it does stretch all the way across the body. Feel for your liver now. When I think of my liver, it feels heavy in my body. I can feel it expressing itself. Listen for your organ, looking towards it with your mind's eye. And again, bringing your happy thought to mind.
Let it fill you. Let the feeling that comes with it blossom, overflow, and let it pour into your liver. Feeling the liver filling with this simple joy. Let it be radiant. Say thank you to this hardworking organ that is continuously breaking down toxins, neutralizing them, helping with your digestion and your immunity. Breathing into your liver now. Smile into your liver and feel your liver smiling at you. When we bring balance to the liver, we're also helping the gallbladder. And you may think, I don't even know what half of these organs look like. That's okay, you don't have to. But if you want, you can check it out in an anatomy book later on. But for now, just feeling for the liver will look after them both. Let's take a nice deep breath. And one more time, say thank you to your liver. Let it go. And let's bring the awareness to the whole body. One more time, I'll ask you to think of your simple, happy thought. Let the feeling flood into your whole being. Feel it surround you. Feel it fill you. And the beauty of joy is that the energy expands. Let it radiate from you. Let this feeling fill your room like a bubble expanding. Let it fill onto the street. Let it fill the whole country. Joy endlessly expands. Let it fill out to surround the whole world. A bubble of simple joy, no less powerful, in fact, more powerful as it expands and enriches everything and everyone within it. Smile into the world and let the world smile back at you. Let's just float in that for a moment before very gently drawing that joyous feeling back in, leaving every being it has touched that little bit better off as you draw the bubble of light back into the country, to the street, to your home, to your room, to your skin, feeling it surround you like a halo, like an aura, and keep drawing it in. As it comes in, it kisses your skin, your tissues, your bones, leaving them better off than they were before, drawing that joyous feeling in like a light being focused to a single point in the very center of your belly. Let's very gently draw the hands in to cover the center, beneath the belly button, hug your elbows in, and feel the warmth of your hands flowing into your center. Picture that teeny tiny point of light containing all the energy that is in the very center of your belly. Like a distant sun, very powerful, very tiny. Breathing into it. Feel your energy is stronger. And smile. You can smile into your center and feel your center smiling back at you. It may be a tiny point, but it's always there and always ready to expand again. Beautiful, well done. Let's gently bring the awareness back to the whole body, please, everyone. Feeling into your body, feeling into your fingers and toes, wiggling them a little bit, moving your body a little bit more, having a little stretch. If you have any places you need to scratch, give them a scratch. And when you're ready, you can slowly and gently open your eyes and have a little stretch. Excellent. You may have noticed, ladies and gentlemen, that sometimes when you're doing a Qi Gong or Tai Chi, you get an itch somewhere. And that's quite typical. It's another expression of energy. It's showing energy flowing in a particular area that you may not be used to feeling. And so it expresses as an itch. And I did incredibly well there. I didn't scratch until afterwards. Normally I give up and just give it a good scratch. So don't worry about it. It's absolutely fine. In fact, it's a good sign. It means that your energy is flowing. I hope you enjoyed that. We did actually do it at a bit of a trot because I want to do some physical Tai Chi with you today as well. So if you enjoyed it, but you'd like to take more time over it, by all means, you have the process now, so you can take your time. And as I say, each organ has its yin and yang partner organ, that the two balance each other. So if you balance one, the other is naturally brought into harmony. But you can do each and every one in turn if you like. Now, if you do have any questions, by all means, bounce in. But otherwise, I'd like you to get yourself ready because we're going to do some more of our 9-step form. Okay, so up you get. I love that we exercise. Sometimes you have to let go a little bit of your ego, I suppose, to do these exercises. They might seem weird at first, but if you let go into them and just put all your self-consciousness is maybe a better word, out the door, and just go into them, you'll find that they're very enjoyable and relaxing. But everybody comes to an exercise in their own time. Some are easier than others. Okay, let's do the first half of the form a few times. We're actually near the end of the form. It's not a long form. So we'll do it a few times and then I'll give you another movement before we finish. So we're going to start. Yeah, I'm going to do it with my back to you. We're going to start over to the right. So feet together, please. Lengthen up through the top of the head. Chin slightly down and back. Take a nice deep breath. And release. Let go through your body. And again, nice deep breath. Sigh the tension away. Let's release belly, hips, and knees. Opening to your left. And center, we're going to breathe in and float up to shoulder height. Hands face down. And breathe out, release belly, hips, and knees. We're going to do our little circle to the right. And we're going to scoop up to the left corner. We do a little release to the left. Lifting the right toes and turn to the right corner. Feed the weight forwards, bring the back foot in and expand to the diagonal. Release, bring the arms down to the back corner and feed forwards to create a bar in front of your body. Relax to center, expand, and bring your right side through.
Right hand in a fist, lift the fist and turn your left palm over and bring fist into palm. Now lift, if you can, and stamp down. Release to your right hand corner, like you're holding a basket. Lift the left toes, come up and over, and take 3 steps forwards, bringing the right foot. Change the left foot. Change, and the right foot. Find your corner, turning your palms. Right hand comes into a fist. Relax to center, turning in center. Punch left to the back corner. Release and open the fist. Bring the hands forwards into ward off. Circle back to the left. Let the hands roll over. Feed the arms up towards the ear. Feed the weight forwards. Turn into your front leg. Fill your hands. Fill your waist. Now, 5 steps back. We step back left. Turn palms. Draw in. Step back right. Turn palms. Draw in. Step back left. Turn. Draw in. Step back right. And the last time, when we step with the left, we turn the heel in as we put the foot down, sweep the left hand round into hook, fixing the right toe and chop to the left, towards the left inside foot. Well done, and rest. Good. We'll do that again. Some folks find it very useful if I talk them through each step as they go. Some folks find that overwhelming information. And because of that, what I like to do is give you the information first, and then with each repetition, talk less so that you have a chance to relax and follow in silence. So let's see how we get on with a little less information each time. Ready? Prepare. And relax down. Start. Circle down to the right. Feed forwards. Relax to center, expand, and come through. Make a fist. Turn the left palm to face up. Fist into palm. Up. Down. Release. Come up and over. 3 steps. 1, 2, 3. Prepare to punch. Punch. Ward off. Roll to the left. Turn palms. Feed the weight forwards. Fill the back. 5 steps back. Ready? And 1. Sweep and chop. Good, very nice, well done. I'm going to show you it facing on. I have this battle with myself when I do it on television, on the screen. Should I mirror it? Because mirroring can be very confusing. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you it face on, but I'm not mirroring. So just watch, please. pay close attention, and you may notice some details that you couldn't see with my back to you. So I'm just going to do it. In fact, I'll just fix the screen and we'll show you it once more. And then we better finish actually. So just watch, please. Move back so you can see my feet. Yeah. Okay. So that's what we have done so far. I did promise I would show you the next thing, but we're out of time. So I'm just going to show you, and then next week we will do it together. And what it is, if you've just done it, so we're all doing it the same way. We chop, we do a little turn. So we turn more to the left to release both arms and bring the arms up and over and forwards as we turn and step to the front. We shift the weight and step across and bring the arms up and over to turn. And relax the foot down. That's probably the most complex thing in the whole form. And then we punch. So we will do that next week. In fact, we'll start with that so we make sure that we actually do cover it. For now, I'd like just to give us a moment of warm down, please. So if you can join me with a little rotation of center, pat the body. This is also an act of self-love. It's not designed to punish, but rather to help to recover. So cup your hands slightly, and that creates a vibration that goes through the body rather than the flat hand, which creates a sharp slap on the skin. Cup your hands, go down as far as you can comfortably, and come up again. Good. And it's like a little pat on the back for a job well done. In fact, give yourself a pat on the back. Good. I always find, wow, my shoulders are holding a lot more tension than I thought. They're solid when I pat them. So that gives me more idea of what I need to work on in my next relaxation. Good. Let's go back down the body. Always return to center when you finish. It's a very stabilizing, centering practice. Good. Have a little shake out, little heel tap. Let everything go nice and floppy. Just bounce the body, bounce, 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 and stand. Breathe into your body and feel that beautiful, tingling, bubbling energy flow. Wow, isn't that lovely? Good. Let's cover center, please. Guiding the energy in back to that single point in the center of your body. Breathing into that point, calming down. Feel your energy is stronger. Good, and after all that smiling, I can't help but smile. Thank you so much for joining me today, folks, and all those watching the video. I look forward to seeing you next time. Thank you. Bye.